everybody, what's up? I know it's been a while since I've been on here, but it's just been craziness. My life has just been crazy right now. Between adjusting to being a new mom, balancing everything else, it's just been crazy. But I had some time today, girl. So do not mind my background, okay? Like, Zyla's stuff is everywhere. I'm in the middle of doing laundry. You can see boxes back there because we're in the process of moving, so it's just a lot. But I wanted to go ahead and try to get back into the swing of doing some videos because I know, like, I'm on vacation, so I actually have some time to get videos up. And thankfully, Maurice's mom is keeping Zyla overnight, so I'm actually able to sit and do some makeup and be uninterrupted. So yeah, so for this video, this is a highly requested video. A lot of you have been asking about brows, so this is going to be Brows 101, girl. This is going to be everything you ever wanted or needed to know about brows. So I'm going to be talking about products. I'm going to be showing you guys what I use and actually doing my brows on camera. So as you can see, I have no makeup on right now. I'm actually going to be doing a series of videos because I actually have another video that I need to do after this one, a tutorial. So I'm basically just going to do my brows in this video, and then I have a separate video coming of a actual tutorial that I'm going to be doing. So if you want to see like a full face application, check out that video. But yeah, so let me just go ahead and get into what I use to do my brows. Now, everybody is different. Everybody, you know, has different things that they like to use. I'm just going to show you guys what works for me, what I like to use. If you do have any questions about brow products, definitely leave them in the comments and I can get that up for you guys. We'll answer those questions for you. Okay, so first off, this is everything. These 5 things is everything that I use on my brows for every day. I really don't change up my technique. I may just possibly swap colors because you guys know I love putting color in my hair. So right now my hair is like a pink and rose gold kind of mix. So I'm still using the auburn. I could possibly go for a pink brow if I wanted to, but for like every day, I just feel like that's a little bit much. So I just still use the auburn. So no matter what you're using, you definitely want to have a brush that looks like this. This one is by Bodyography, but you could get a brush like this at Family Dollar, you know, at shopmissa.com, drugstore, anywhere. So basically, I like this brush because you have the spoolie on one side and you have a kind of angled brush on the other side. If you can't find a 2-in-1 like this, definitely make sure you get an angle brush and make sure you get a spoolie. Like I said, you could pick these up from the dollar store. They are very affordable. So you definitely want to have a brush or brushes similar to that. So what I use on my brows currently, I actually use 2 different brow products. The first product that I use is this Maybelline Brow Precise brow pencil. I like this one because it's retractable and it has a very sharp kind of head to it. So you can really, I use it to outline the outside of my brows and to fill in the outer part of my brow. And then I like to go in with this Wet n Wild Color Icon. This is actually a lip liner in the shade Chestnut, and I like using this for the inner part of my brows because I feel like this auburn, if my hair was naturally red, it would blend a little bit better, but I feel like this is super, super dark, and then this is super, super light, but when you put them together, it gives me the perfect color. So I use those to actually like create my brow. And then to carve out my brow, currently I'm using the Brow Gel the little stick concealer. I mean, honestly, you could use any type of concealer. I mean, you could use a stick concealer like this. I usually just go for this because it's super quick and easy and I could just go. But if you wanted more of a liquid concealer, This is a good one. This is the Master Conceal. This is by Maybelline, and this comes in all shades. So no matter what your skin tone is, you can find a match for that. You can find that in the drugstore. If you wanted more of a creamy based concealer, these Motives quads are really good. Mine is so old, it's starting to fall apart, but that is what the front of the quad looks like. This is the inside. So it comes, these are actually cream foundations, but you could definitely use them as concealers, and it goes from lightest to darkest, and this comes in all shades as well. Mine is the light, but it comes in light, medium, all the way to dark deep, I think is the darkest one. So yeah, whatever you want to use. So I use that, and then the last thing that I always do with my brows is I use this clear brow gel. And this is by Anastasia. You don't have to go super high end. I mean, pretty much brow gel is brow gel. You know what I'm saying? But I just like this one. So I always end up going back to this one. But I know Milani makes a really good clear brow gel. Maybelline makes one. It's actually a clear mascara, but you can use that as brow gel. I mean, if you're on a budget too, you could really, honestly, I've seen makeup artists take a spoolie and put hairspray on it and use that as brow gel. So whatever you want to do. So those are all of the products that I use on my brows. So let's go ahead and get into this brow tutorial. Just had to get me a mirror, so I'm just going to use a palette for my mirror. Okay. So the first thing that I always like to do is to take this little spoolie brush right here and just brush through my brows, because my brows are super sparse and thin. What I like to do is comb my brow hairs up just to make my brows look a little bit thicker as I am filling them in. But if you already have a nice shape to your brows, or your brows are thicker than mine, you don't necessarily need to comb yours up, but that's just what I like to do. So I'm taking the Maybelline Brow Precise, just turned a little bit of it up, and like I said, I'm just going to outline the entire brow. So as far as outlining your brows go, okay, this is how you gauge. So the front, you take the you can take your brow pencil, rest it on the side of your nose. Right here is where your brows should start. Turn it and slant it against your nose and go like halfway down your eye. Right there is where the top of your arch should be. And then if you take it and rest it on your nose and put it like right here, like the outer part of your eye, that's where your brow should end. So that is a guide to pretty much help you as far as filling your brows in, knowing like how far out you should go, where you should start your arch, and all of that. Some people like to fill their brows like way outside the natural line. Like, I don't too much like to do that, whether I'm doing brows on myself or on clients. I like to pretty much just follow the natural shape of the brow and just kind of fill in, you know, where it's thin. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. So you just want to do short strokes because you want it to look as natural as possible. So that is one brow outlined. All right, so that's the outline of the brow. So I lay that to the side. I'm going to go back to this Maybelline one. I'm going to start right here where the arch is and go to the outer part and fill in that with the darker color. So that is it partially filled in. So now I'm going to take that lip liner and fill in the front of my brow and just kind of blend the lighter color in to the auburn shade that we did towards the back. So I'm directly pressing in this way, but then when I get to the front, I actually turn it up and I do upward strokes this way, and I just feel like that gives it more of a natural look and it doesn't look like so like boxy and stuff. S. But I mean, if you got the coins to be buying new makeup every week, go for it. Okay, so this is the brow pretty much. So what I like to do, as you can see, the front looks very square and boxy, and I do not like that. So what I like to do is just kind of press in and just kind of fade the front with the spoolie. And it's gonna bleed, especially this color, because it's auburn. So you could just kind of wipe off the excess, drag your spoolie through until you get your brow looking how you want it to look. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. And what I'm going to do is go directly underneath the brow to clean up that line. If you really, really messed up your brow, you can go into the brow to remove the excess. Okay. And then I'm just going to take this angled brush and I'm just going to go right underneath the brow to clean it up. Now, if you want your brows, it depends on how you want them shaped. I mean, if you want more of a natural shape, you can stop here. If you really want like Nike checkmark brows, as my husband would call them, like Instagram brows, you could do the top. So just for the sake of this tutorial, I am going to do the top. I don't really feel like I need to. I mean, I kind of like a natural brow, but you know. Now, I will say, make sure if you're going to go over the brow with the same concealer, make sure you're using a concealer that blends into your skin tone. A lot of people like a highlight kind of look underneath their brow, so they will use concealer that's lighter. If you use concealer that's lighter than your skin tone, please make sure that on the top you go over with like foundation or you know, a concealer that actually matches you, because if you go in the top with a lighter concealer, people are definitely gonna know, it's gonna be obvious, and you don't like that. So as you can see, not concealed, concealed. Do this and do your brows like in no time. It'll probably take you a long time when you first do them, you know, because you're learning, but once you get the hang of it, girl, brows ain't nothing. You got this. Okay. Just kind of want to examine your brows, see, you know, if you want to add anything to it, because sometimes the concealer will like kind of take product away. So you just kind of want to look and see, you know, do you want to add anything? They're not always going to be 100% even, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be sisters, not twins. So I'm content with my brows for today. So I'm going to just go on with my last step, this brow gel. And what this is going to do, I like to do it, especially with me having oily skin, because I will sweat my brow products off, whether it's hot or not. So the brow gel definitely locks in your brows, keeps them from, you know, fading throughout the day. So you could just go right over the product that you just applied. You don't have to worry about the brow gel, you know, taking a product away. It's just, you know, kind of like setting spray for your brows. That's pretty much what it is. So yeah, you guys, that is it. Brows are done. So yeah, I am going to head over to YouTube and start doing my rest of my face or whatever, get this tutorial up that I need to get up or whatever. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about brows. Leave them in the comment section below, and I will talk to you guys next time in my next video. Bye.